Good evening. My name's Mark F. Walmer. My company is Record Eraser, and my service is helping people to clear past criminal records through the use of pardons and expungements. I have 25 years of experience in the criminal justice system of Lancaster, including 7 years as a prosecutor. And whether I've been prosecuting people to give them convictions or whether I've been defending people, what I've noticed is that the system is broken. And even once somebody has paid their price to society, they have trouble moving on. I started researching this. I discovered some interesting things. But the first thing I need to do, because a lot of people don't like talking about crime or criminals, you need to know that I'm not going to clear the criminal records of murderers, okay? What I'm talking about is getting rid of the records that can be gotten rid of through the legislative process called expungements, where certain small crimes and non-convictions can be cleared, and using the pardon process, which takes 2 to 3 years, and you need to ask the governor's board, 5 people, and the governor for forgiveness. So it's not easy, it's not quick, it's safe, it's legal, it's constitutional. As I started studying this, I ran into something interesting, which is that law enforcement files thousands of charges every year that never end in a conviction. There is no determination of guilt. They simply show up at the scene of a fight, charge the man and the woman with simple assault. By the time of the preliminary hearing, nobody wants to testify, and the case is dismissed, but the man and the wife are still have a simple assault charge on their criminal record that can be found until they petition the court to remove it. Many people don't know that. And so what I found is the pillars of American stability, employment, housing, and education, are removed from people that have criminal records. Because if they can't get a job, they can't pay for better housing, they can't pay taxes, they can go to school, but they end up getting school debt, and nobody will still hire them. I call it the trifecta of disempowerment. Every employer is skittish about criminal records for those reasons. Every landlord's skittish because the eviction process takes months and you're worried about other tenants. Schools and colleges and technical institutes might train you, but again, there's problems. Only expungements and pardons can clear a criminal record. So I submit that everybody understands the potential of the problem. I'm not sure if you understand the size of it. This came from the caseload statistics of the Administrative Office of Pennsylvania Courts, and it shows us in Lancaster County alone, in the calendar 2011, 6,100 charges were filed against citizens that never resulted in a conviction. Whether it's not guilty, dismissal, ARD, withdrawn, different kinds of tickets, different private criminal things, the point is 6,000 people got charged and they have to pay to get their record cleared. 2012 was a slight increase. I'm trying to deliver expungements for $299 a piece and pardons, which is a much more involved thing, for $999. The business model includes a flexible price point so that if there's not a whole lot of expungements coming in, you could raise the price to cover costs, or if you start generating over expectation, you could actually decrease the price and still turn a profit. This is a software-driven business. The overhead is low. The goal is to use Lancaster as a proving ground where I can deliver these services for thousands of Lancaster County citizens, opening the doors for employment, housing, and education. Once the process is streamlined in a call center, web delivery kind of way, it's good to know that Lancaster County isn't the only county with these problems. This business model, nobody can see this, but what it's meant to show is that I do have a business model that shows on one expungement per business day, or 20 per month, and 1 pardon per month, it generates enough revenue to have an owner-employee be paid a sustainable wage, covers all costs, and leads the path to further expansion, and in fact should be profitable the first year out. I've been doing this for years. I've filed hundreds of expungements and dozens of pardons. The process is not a mystery. So you remember this slide where Lancaster County District Justices, and there's 6,000 charges. The nice thing about my model is that it's franchisable. It's replicable. Once it works in Lancaster County, there's a ton of other counties need the same service. Here's the numbers from across Pennsylvania. Every year, 1993 alone, 145,000 charges were filed against people that never resulted in a conviction, and those people have to petition the court to clear their records. And if you look in the upper right, the top line is for 5% of that market, and the bottom line's for 10% of that market. I want some of that. And I want to remove obstacles from people so they can move on with their lives. I don't think the problem is that people make mistakes. I think the problem is that we've evolved through the use of the internet and mass media into a society that's forgotten how to forget, and a society that's forgotten how to forgive. I can pull up an app on my cell phone, and within 30 seconds I can search anybody's criminal record and post it on Facebook. I think it should be that easy to get that record cleared. My name's Mark Walmer. My company's Record Eraser, and my service is helping people part with the past. Thank you.